Hello, brothers. JK, your brother in this struggle here. Welcome to another episode of Porn Reboot Coach in the Porsche. And today I'm going to be talking a little bit about the importance of exercise, nutrition, and managing your biochemistry when it comes to ending your out of control behavior with pornography and masturbation. Now, here's one thing I'm going to say. The Porn Reboot system probably has the most jacked dudes ever in any addiction recovery program. We got some machines up in our group, right? Our team is full of dudes who just freaking work out. I'm coming back from the gym right now, and I'm so proud of that for many reasons. But I'm saying all of this just to mention that exercise, nutrition are key components of speeding up the rewiring process. And I don't see people doing this. Early in my reboot, when I was seeking people who would help me end my out of control behavior, at the risk of sounding like a douchebag, if I looked at somebody who was going to help me and they were overweight, or they looked like they were not healthy, they looked like they couldn't run half a mile without passing out, I don't want you teaching me shit. No offense. It's no. I wanted people who were aspirational. I know that there are some wonderful individuals out there who can help people, but I was looking for a holistic program. I understood that there were many aspects of my reboot that were connected to my body. So let's talk about them. The first thing is your self-esteem. I know that there are individuals out there, or there are methodologies out there that say you don't need to transform your body, especially for the younger brothers, in order to feel good about yourself. You just need to be healthy, and you can be healthy at any weights or look any way and be healthy. No. I don't believe in that. I believe that if you're a brother who is younger, or in your 30s, or even in your 40s, for the single brothers, honestly, if you are not satisfied with the way you look, if you want to be jacked, if you want to be lean, if you want to have a six-pack and you have low self-esteem, I'm here to tell you that there's absolutely nothing wrong early in your reboot, while you work on yourself, while you work on your mindset and so on. There's absolutely nothing wrong in transforming your body and using that as a means of validation. And this may sound contrary to what you've heard in other places, but it's the damn truth. And there's only one caveat. The caveat, gentlemen, is that you must be working on yourself as well. You've got to work on your other insecurities. You've got to be journaling. You've got to be learning how to identify your different feelings and emotions and developing coping strategies. But at the same time, let me tell you this. There's a different sort of validation that comes from being physically fit and having another person tell you that, hey, you look great, right? For guys who get jacked, it's often, you think women are going to say that, but usually it's other dudes who are just like, hey bro, you're looking really strong, blah, 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 right? But I remember many years ago just waking up in bed when I was dating around, just next to women, and they were just like, oh my God, I can't believe that I hooked up with you, or saying that I had the best body of any, obviously not the best face, but I had the best body of any man that they've been with. And I was just like, me? Like in my head, I was playing it cool, and laying there in bed and flexing my abs as they're running their hands over it. And I'm just like, okay, this is cool. And that was great for my self-image. No regrets there. So we're just talking about the not the health aspects, but just the aesthetics of actually working out. I mean, dropping body fat, even your face looks better because all your features are a little bit more pronounced. So if you've got a little bit of cheekbones, if you've got a little bit of a jawline, all that stuff pops when you have low body fat. And you just look good. It's just attractive. It's not going to make you a stud with women, but it definitely adds some points. So that's the aesthetic part. The second part is endorphins, right? When you are ending an out of control behavior, your body is so conditioned to getting a release of certain neurochemicals. It's so conditioned to that the moment that they're removed, you don't feel normal anymore. Understand that you do need that hit. That's why you often find yourself, when you're staying off pornography, you often find yourself, trying to get on YouTube, trying to get on Instagram. You're doing all these little things, and the moment you come across some fit chick or chick in a bikini, immediately just there are all these neurochemical changes that are happening, and you start chasing that. But that's because that's how you feel normal. Now, it's going to take a while for your brain to rewire, and in order to feel normal without having to see naked chicks or naked people all over the place or these titillating images, you do need to replace that with something. And endorphins, which are released when you push yourself physically, are a great way to do this. And it puts you in like a great mood. If you've noticed, like today, I'm in a fantastic mood because I had like a workout that kicked my ass. It always has me pumped. It always has me excited for the day. I'm excited to talk. I'm excited to share things. There's so many ideas that are bubbling. There's just this great sense of well-being. God damn it, I really do feel good. And I know it's because I went for a workout. Actually, right now it's 4 p.m., right? It's 4 p.m. right now. I had a little bit of a crash, between 1 p.m. or between 2 p.m. and 4 p.m. Traditionally, that's when most people have a tendency to crash. And that's usually when I'll go for my second workout for the day. Probably a good time to shout out our Biochemistry challenge, which we sometimes do 2-a-days. And it's just a great way to get that second boost for the day, right? So endorphins are going to help you as you go through the withdrawal process to feel good and to feel normal. And it kills two birds with one stone because you're working out and you're feeling good, you're looking good, you're stronger. The third thing is your capacity for work. And this is very important because a lot of our audience are brothers who are very ambitious. We have some executives who watch us, a lot of business owners, a lot of entrepreneurs. And your capacity for work increases with your capacity for exercise. So the more you exercise, the more energy you're able to have. And over time, your capacity to work is just incredible. I'm not going to talk much about my capacity to work. You guys have talked about that for a long time. I love working, I enjoy working, and I can do it for long hours. That's all I'm going to say for that. So that's the third thing that working out helps you do. And the final part is that it's just a great habit to have in order to anchor your day. Now, I'm pausing on this one because this may not apply to everybody, but I've noticed that a lot of our clients during the day, they have a tendency, especially if they run a business or they work in a high-powered career, or there are a lot of demands on them. Usually they're working a high-powered career, they have a side hustle, and they also have like a family and kids that they need to take care of. All your thoughts, right, are jumbled. You have all these recurring thoughts. You experience a lot of stress because you're trying to solve multiple problems at once. Working out and exercising is a great way to anchor your thoughts, right? We have a very specific tool that helps you anchor your thoughts, but working out does that for you. Today, for instance, I had a lot of thoughts. There was a lot going on, and there's a huge amount of work that I need to do, quite a few projects. But just in the moments, like walking into the gym is almost a meditation for me. Something that has to be done. And quite naturally, when you make it habitual and you walk into the gym, you clear your mind of all your thoughts and you just start working out, focused on every rep, every set, your lung capacity when you're running, pushing yourself, and just being in the zone, all your thoughts are anchored. And coming back, there's absolute clarity. When you walk back into your home or walk back into your office, you have absolute clarity on what you need to do. And I think that's a wonderful way to release stress, not by releasing endorphins, but really just by centering yourself through a very disciplined process, a very focused process of working out, right? So just wanted to drop that for you. And I wouldn't be surprised if most of you already know all of this. Sometimes it's just about applying it, but this has been a huge part of our program. And with that being said, I am going to pitch you guys right now. So you can leave right now because the main part of the video is over. And I want to talk briefly about our Biochemistry challenge. We did it last year and it was such a great success. I mean, this transformed so many brothers' lives. It transformed my life. because even though I've maintained a certain percentage body fat over the years, I've been very lazy with my diets and my macros. I didn't even know what the fuck macros were till we started the Biochemistry Challenge, and we had like a really great coach come in to run the program. This has been the first time that I've been able to maintain an ideal physique year round. And I'm 38 years old. And I plan that as long as I'm alive, that I am going to have a specific type of physique. Obviously, as I get older, if I'm blessed enough to get into my 70s, 80s, and 90s, I'm probably just gonna drop my weight down. You know, like if you're a bigger guy, like I'm about 6 foot, 200 pounds, like just more work on your heart just because of the weight you're carrying, but I digress. But our Biochemistry Challenge has been absolutely amazing, and we have a new coach, and this dude is a beast. He works for a company called Synergenics. It's in Beverly Hills. He lives in Beverly Hills, and he works with some of the top of the top, like the 1%. He works with celebrities. He works with politicians. His name is Seamus Sullivan. He is officially the coach of the Biochemistry Challenge. And those of you who are within our program who've met some of our coaches know that I only go for the fucking best of the best. I have waited years. I've been interviewing coaches for years for the Porn Reboot program. Not months, not weeks, years. Hundreds and hundreds. I'm only looking for the creme de la creme. And this individual is it. He's launching a program called Forged 90. There is no charge for it yet. I know a few weeks ago I said we're going to charge for the Biochemistry Challenge. He actually overrid that and said, let dudes come in and benefit from it first. Let them see what I'm capable of. So the Forged 90 is starting on June 27th. And he's taking calls right now. So you can get on a call with him. Synergenics, by the way, is one of the top anti-aging companies in the world. And they help you with your hormones, managing your testosterone levels, or your different neurochemicals. So if you have any questions about this, if you're curious about any aspect of this, these are things that we will be able to support you with in the Biochemistry Challenge. Again, Porn Reboot, our goal is to be we already the place when it comes to ending your behavior with pornography, but our goal is to become the one-stop shop for any issues that you have as a man that are related to your sexual behavior. So we're here to help you with that. Our Biochemistry Challenge is going to really transform your life. I'm going to be participating in it, and I want to see you there. So below this video, you're just going to see one link, and that's a link to Seamus's calendar. There are not a lot of dates there because he works full-time for this company and he runs his own very successful business. So if you don't see any spots, unfortunately, you're not going to be able to join. Just hop in as soon as you finish watching this video if you got to this part, okay? So I'm JK, your brother in this struggle. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video. I feel great. What am I going to do right now? I'm going to eat something. God, and I'm going to work. I'm gonna shoot some videos, put out some podcasts for you guys. In the community section of YouTube, go ahead and ask some questions that you might have, and I'll respond to you guys during the week. Take care. Talk to y'all later.